right. Like what's the meaning of life? Like what's the meaning of life? Tell me, are you ready to pay that price? Late nights, early morning sacrifice. They tried to lock me in the cage and that ain't right. Scheming cause I won't eat in at night. Everywhere they go, they take they pole, I'ma keep my pipe. Had to show them boys that I won't no hoe, had to earn my stripes. Gotta pour my heart on songs I'm oozing pain for life. This shit run through my veins, hope it stay like this for life.
Hey, I'm Sheila Jade. Welcome back to another episode of Chocolatecake101. Yo, my legs are... What? I'm not getting up though. I'm trying to get this in. Whoo! Thank you for joining me. Disclaimer, I was not kidding about this Lionsgate energy. I have literally been fasting from so much stuff, and I'm feeling it. I haven't eaten in days. I haven't done a lot of things in days, and it's the food for me, because I'm feeling it. It's not even hungry. I have a slight headache, and I'm trying not to complain because it's too early in the game to be complaining about how I feel. I need to meditate and breathe this out. It's not like I don't know what to do when things like this happen. This is not my first 7-day fast. I've done a lot. Anyway, I'm Sheila Jade. This is Chocolatecake101. Because Lionsgate is still a thing, we're going to talk about states of being. That is exciting. I'm really excited to talk about this because states of being, you guys, is a game changer. And it's so easy. And it's something that already happens around you all the time, just like everything else that a lot of people ignore. So let's just go right into it. States of being. So one thing that I do want to say is the things that I talk about, I do have my own spin on things. However, this is not new. This is all the things that I talk about have been goings on and on. So you can put this in a search engine, DuckDuckGo this. You can put this on YouTube. You could put this on YouTube. You can search states of being on YouTube and find so many people talking about it. I used to think talking about certain things were silly because to me they were duh. But when I have my one-on-ones with people and I'm talking to people about life and all these things, I'm a genius. Like, they have no idea what I'm talking about. So I was divinely guided to just go ahead and do it because everything doesn't mean the same to everybody anyway. All right. So states of being. What does that mean? What is a state of being? My apologies, my video cut off. So what are states of being? You have individual states of being, your personal states of being that you're going to be in about one topic or about multiple topics. And even if it's about one, a state of being is your vibe. It is the frequency that you're vibing on. It is the realm that you are vibing on. It is the dimension that you're vibing on. It is what I talk about in previous videos. A lot of people believe that the multiverse has infinite reality. So a state of being is a dimension or reality that you're living in about a particular subject. Now, I was talking about in yesterday's video, everything around here is not just for humans. There's a lot of stuff going on around you, and you're participating in a lot of things, and a lot of things are participating in your life that you're not aware of. So I say that to say at any given time, you could be in different realities at the same time. And that's what's called a collective state of being. So when I talk about a personal state of being, that is how you feel about a particular topic, and how you feel about that topic is going to bring those experiences to you. That's the reality that you're living in. However, we feel different ways about certain things. So a lot of times you're flip-flopping between states of being, or it goes back and forth. Okay. Collectively, when people talk about the collective, they're talking about a group of people. And a lot of people think that they're talking about like a family, and it could be a family, it could be a school, it could be a classroom as a collective, your team as a group, as a collective. But most of the time, especially in the spiritual community, a collective is a group of people who are vibing on the same frequency. So we're all living the same life experiences, maybe not specifically the same, but we have the same thought forms about certain things, and so it plays out similarly. And that's what I was talking about, the whole everything is you pushed out. So if this is what's happening, that this is how you feel about it. If this is what's happening, it's because this is how you feel about it. And it might not be his experience, but it's something similar. It's lack or safety. I don't have time for this, y'all. Come on, now go back and listen to the videos. Okay, anyway. An example of a state of being. The best example I can give you guys about state of being is the Mandela effect. I love this shit. So if you guys are not familiar with the Mandela effect, again, that is also something that you can DuckDuckGo, Google, YouTube, whatever. The Mandela effect, as you can probably tell, is named after Nelson Mandela. Raise your hand if you remember Nelson Mandela dying in the early 90s. I do. When I was a kid, I remember hearing about it on the news and thinking, who that man? Who that mama? Who that man? I didn't speak like that. We speak proper. I just remember thinking, how is this? Who's this? What is this? There are hundreds of thousands of people that remember Nelson Mandela dying in the early 90s. So when he died again, just recently, in the past couple of years, he just died again. There's a lot of people that were confused. What they're talking about is a lot of people in the spiritual community or in the self-concept community will call this revision, like his death was revised. You can revise events, and that's the whole thing I was talking about. Time is relative. That's for a whole nother build. But let's just talk about changing states of being. So it wasn't just Nelson Mandela. That's what it was named after because a lot of people remember him dying twice. Before I explain it, let's talk about some other famous things that states of being examples. Forrest Gump, that whole line, life is like a box of chocolates. Now, I wasn't in this group because that line never changed to me, but that's another one. Another one is Star Wars, Luke, I am your father. A lot of people said that's not what he said. And you guys, everything I'm saying, look this up. There are groups that are talking about this. So if you want to know, if you resonate with this and you want to know what he said, go look it up because I'm trying to keep this under time. The ones that I don't remember that one either. The ones that I do remember, bears sting bears. If you guys haven't, some of you guys will say, yes, I remember bear sting bears being spelled different, and I remember the characters being drawn different. So do I. And I read those books religiously as a kid. They didn't look like they look now. Same with Chick-fil-A. When I was in California, Chick-fil-A was different than what it is now. And then just recently, a lot of people are saying it's gone back to what it used to look like. This is really weird. But the people who believe in this whole Mandela effect, there have been people who reached out to the company, and these companies, these movies, these actors, oh my gosh, that's another one. They have said themselves, no, I didn't. No, we didn't change it. Bear sting bears never changed. It's always been this way. Chick-fil-A never changed. It's always been this way. Another one, it was it Shaquille O'Neal and that movie Shazam or Kabam or about being a genie. I remember a movie about Shaquille O'Neal being a genie in some movie. There's like two of them. Either there's two of them or whatever, because you can literally look it up. And Shaquille O'Neal is saying that, no, I didn't, but I remember seeing this movie. So, blah, 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 Shayla, what are we talking about? We are talking about, those are my examples of collective states of being, a collective shift. So when there is a divide like that, it's a split in the timeline. Maybe that's what I should have said first. So when we talk about time has been manipulated. It's relative. They talk about time being going along with Saturn and the fourth dimension, and that time can be manipulated. That's why you have all these movies with time machines, and you see all these little kids. You see all these little kids in the refrigerator. Wink, wink, hint, hint. I'll be talking about that in later things because they talk about all these electric devices around you will help you with things that you think aren't even real. But whatever, there's a reason why all these little kids are in fucking refrigerators. Okay, I'm sorry. It's the metal. It's the metal. What's a conduit? You know, y'all the smart ones know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so, they say that people are playing with timelines. They talk about the CERN machine, which is, they call it the Collider. I think it's like in Switzerland or something. They talk about how there are governments playing with time. We don't know who's doing it. I don't care. To be honest with you, the same way they're doing it, you can do it too. Play with time. Play with frequencies and states of being, because you can be anything. You can be a human, you can be happy, you can be sad, you can be a state of, you can be rich, you can be poor, you can be in survival mode. Ooh, I'm jumping the gun again. Okay, so let me keep going. So those are some examples of big time things where people say that time has shifted and things have changed, and all of a sudden hundreds of thousands or millions of people remember it this way, and millions of people say, what are y'all talking about? You guys are crazy. And things can change back, and it's just really, really weird. But that is a big example of a collective time shift, a collective shift in state of being. A more personal state of being would be like, on a personal level, you could be happy, sad. You know, people say, they talk about like bipolar people. You're shifting realities. You could be happy, you could be sad, you could be glad, you could be excited, you could be bored, you could be sexy, you could be ugly, you could be whatever. There are people who wake up in the mirror and think, oh my God, I'm so skinny. And then later they're like, oh my God, I need to lose 30 pounds. Because I know, y'all, I know. Look, I know. Trust me. Let me tell y'all something. The dude that I'm dating, I know he thinks I'm crazy. And I give him outs every day. Some more understandable, more famous, more popular examples of a state of being when you are a personal state of being would be like the people living in survival mode. Survival mode looks like a lot of different things, but I've been in survival mode. I didn't even realize I was in survival mode until I started going like, damn, I stress a lot. Damn, I feel like I'm always, trying to put out a fire. That's survival mode. When survival mode is like the people who, and it doesn't matter how much money you have or where you live or what skin color you are. Survival mode is when you think that you are one step ahead of doomsday. And so you're always stressed out. Everything is now. I can't wait. The deadline's about to come. Everything is now. Everything is one step away from calamity. That's what survival mode is. And that could be in different things. But that is a more personal state of being. So my whole point on talking about the states of being is because if you understand that you have more control over all this stuff, then you can actually change your trajectory. Hollywood has done a really good job of dramatizing things, but when they talk about 3D, 4D, and 5D, or they talk about the way where our world is headed, you hear people talk about zombie apocalypse, you hear people talking about food shortages, the end of the world, shutdowns, lockdowns, what do they keep talking about? World orders. And then you also hear people talking about how the fifth dimension is coming, and rainbows and butterflies and sunshine and sex all the time, and you can manifest $1 million and never have to work, and everything always works out for me, and life is so good, right? Both are true, but you really have to talk yourself into a state of being. This is when it comes to being delusional or creating your reality, not being in victim mentality, blah, 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 blah. I hate that I keep saying that. It's just that we talk about this in so many different I talk about this in a lot of my, I've done like 18 or 19 videos now, and I keep telling you guys about this, and I'm sure you haven't seen all the videos. So go back and check out some videos. I'm gonna actually like put some up for you guys to watch. But yes, you can control the things that, you can control the state of being that you're in by controlling your mind, mental intelligence, or mental diet, and your feelings, emotional intelligence. This is what I've been telling you guys. When you control your mind and your emotions, change your self-concept, talk to yourself different. I'm about to do a whole nother build on affirmations because I had a conversation about that the other day. Then yes, these are the ways how you can control your state of being. Because if you're watching scary videos all day, watching people fight, watching the news, Fox and CNN argue about what's happening in our world and with our presidents and January 6th and da-da-da-da, you are talking yourself into a state of being that you don't want to be in. That's fear. That's, and people want to laugh, but it's the truth. It's fear-mongering. It's violence. And before you know it, face is going to be scrunched up, and you're going to be angry all the time, and you're going to be judging people all the time, and you're going to be scared all the time, and you're not going to want to do anything because you live in a crazy world. And trust me, I have been mad for a long time watching this shit play out around us. But guess what? You have the choice, because all this stuff isn't going to go away. In the history of the whole world, of the universe, you think God is all good? God is everything. And it's not good or bad, and I do need to do a build on that. God is everything. God is great. God is not great. He invented perversion. It invented evil. It all has to exist. So your choice isn't, we have to overcome evil. No, actually that is what it is. It's not about getting rid of it. It's about you getting outside of that, because it's going to exist. Even if it's shit that doesn't have to happen. Let me tell you something. There's no reason for there to be a food shortage. So if there's a food shortage, it's being done purposefully so. But that's not your problem. That's not your business. You get out of that state of being so that doesn't have to be your reality. And you think it's funny, but there are people who have no lack, no shortages, because they don't think on that realm. And there are people who are living doomsday now. Shit, ain't there like flooding going on in Kansas? So for them, it is doomsday. It is the end of the world. But you're not in Kansas, so you don't see that. Not in Kansas. Wizard of Oz. Click your heel 3 times and you can be home. I have my mind goes crazy with things that I want to say, and it's just going to take me on a trail. That's beautiful, right? Because there are so many people that would be like, oh, but I feel like I'm in a state of being where I feel like I'm talking to people who don't get me. And I need to do better with that, because I feel like that shows in a lot of things that I do. I always feel like I'm defending myself. And I shouldn't be doing that. It doesn't matter. Like, what don't defend yourself. Just be who you are. And if they don't get you, change your state of being. Change your self-concept. Because the truth is, it doesn't matter if I'm different or not. I am loved and welcomed everywhere that I go. I'm experiencing greatness. People think I'm wonderful. I think I'm wonderful. So all is well. And all really is well, you guys. I told you I haven't eaten in a few days, and this is just, you're getting the Shayla right now. Alright, so I feel like food shortage, zombie, end of the world. We're not in Kansas. Survival mode, thriving mode. Alright, so I want to talk about little things that you can do to play with states of being so that you can see what this means for you personally. And then also things that you can do to change it on a small scale and on a large scale. Is it Abraham Hicks? Abraham Hicks talks about the parking lot. There's games that you can play. So you can play games with with manifesting parking spaces that are close to the store. What I did was I changed my state of being of traffic. Because one day it dawned on me that I always have people behind me pushing me on the highway. And then I said, Oh, it's because I created that. So now I made a new state of reality where I changed what I said. We talked about affirmations. Change what you're telling yourself. Instead of talking about how traffic's bad and how there's assholes on the road. No, around me, everything's good. I have safe drivers around me. I have great drivers around me. We all just flow. It's fun and we flow. And that's exactly what happens now. I flow through traffic because I changed my state of being, or I stopped paying attention. But regardless, it worked, right? So you can play with traffic. You can play with your money. A lot of people will manifest when they're starting small, manifest pennies and then dollars. And then I did it to where I was winning those scratch offs. I kept winning. Was it $50? I think like 5 days in a row I won $50 on scratch offs. But I don't buy scratch offs like that. And I still have resistance with things like that. So I'm working through it. And it's okay to be in the process, you guys. Don't let people sit there and tell you that, oh, I'm the guru and I know everything. If they're human on earth, we're all working through shit, okay? It's not like this is heaven. You're on the third dimension. You're on the third dimension. Hell ain't too far away. I shouldn't say that. Anyways, if you're here, you're working through things. I love myself. I'm going to feel better tomorrow because I'm going to meditate before I do a video. Please don't let this... It's my cycle. I haven't eaten and I'm like fasting in so many different ways. I appreciate you watching. If you found value in this content, please be sure to check out the other videos that you see on the page. Like I said before, my purpose, what I would like to do is just help people think better, live better, because we really are going through some chaotic times and a lot of people are unlearning and relearning and they're looking at their reality like, what is going on around here? We will be talking about states of being more and more and more, because states of being, self-concept, affirmations, everyone is you pushed out, not responding to 3D, all these things are regular things that are going to go in your day-to-day life. If you went to school and if you were to go to a real school where they really taught you about life, you know, like money and parenting and relationships, like that type of school, then this would have been some of the things you would have learned also, is how to handle things emotionally and mentally. So this is like basic life skills. And because so many people don't know about this, because it's not taught in school, because we know why, then I'm just going to have to drill it into your head. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please be sure, please like, share, comment, subscribe, screenshot, screen record, show this to your friends, email me. Check it out, Kash App, and build off of these. My information's in the description, and build off of these wonderful conversations. We're gonna drill this into your head, and you're gonna love it. Have a good day. My peace, my love is your love. Peace to you.